Hi everyone, today I want to talk about food restriction management. I did a video back in the days, long time ago, but I feel like it wasn't well explained enough. So I'm going to be very clear in this video how it works. First of all, if you look at over here, it says regular meals. First of all, it doesn't. When you start a brand new game, it's going to say lavish. That's because I changed the name. How do you change the name from lavish to regular meal? You just click edit. And then over here, basically this is what it was called, lavish. Alright, so you can change that to whatever you want. I called it regular meals. That's an option, by the way. The first thing you want to do, okay, if it happens that you have some colonists that were not eating some specific food, it has to do with this. So first of all, you want to uncheck allow rotten. So you don't want allow any rotten food. So you don't want any of your pawn or colonists to eat anything that is rotten. So you want to uncheck that. Second thing, now you got to choose what is it that entails when you say regular meals. So basically regular meals going to be any meals over here. All the meals over here to me are considered as regular meals. Basically what I'm trying to say is that if it's a meal and it's eatable, anyone can eat it. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so here I check mark everything. I'll come back over here for some other detail explanation. Raw food, meat. I uncheck that. If you check that, okay, your colonists when they're out of food, or even if even if you're not out of food, they may or may not eat raw meat. That will give you a debuff. Alright, so you don't want anyone to eat any raw meat. Okay, and specifically not human meat. So see this guy here? If it's checkmark, you're doomed. Unless you are a cannibal. Okay, unless you have the cannibal trait. Alright, so basically I just uncheck this. Vegetarian, I only allow berries. Now you're gonna say why? Because when you travel, okay, I'm gonna show you. Second here. When you travel, okay, whenever you form a caravan, you go anywhere, you will go through fields. You see the fields over here? Anything? Right? Okay. Well, your colonists will forage berries. Any colonist that has the plantation, the plank cut. Ability. So make sure that you kind of make sure you have at least 4 on them. So when you bring them on a travel, they will forage. They will forage berries so that they don't starve during travel. Do you understand? So it's important that when you go to assign, that you checkmark berries. Okay. You can also checkmark agave fruits if you want to. But I don't checkmark corn, potatoes, raw specific. Don't checkmark this because raw fungus. It depends on your Ideoligion. They may not. Then you may get a big debuff by eating that. And also rice. I don't checkmark it. Why? Because corn, potatoes, specifically those 3: corn, potatoes, and rice. I use them for making meals. Okay. So here I have potatoes. I got my rice. Where's my rice? Is it rice? Nope. Okay, I don't have rice over here. The reason I didn't put rice is because I have the Ideoligion rancher. So what is that? Is my Ideoligion over here? Okay, I'm a rancher, and they prefer to eat meat. Okay, so I'm actually taming a bunch of animals over here, and I mainly eat meals that is made of meat. So, which is why I have a lot of animals right now, and like you said, I have tons of meat, which is good and not good at the same time. But I don't want to talk about that today. I want to talk about this. So basically, you want to allow these 2 if you want to in vegetarian, okay? And animal product, I uncheck everything. Why? Because I don't want to eat any eggs. I want to leave them alive so that they can become like ducks or chickens or turtles, whatever. So if you eat the eggs, you won't have any more animals, to become adults, and you won't be able to butcher any animals for your raw meat over here. Okay, so that's very important to understand. But that's why I uncheck everything over here. Insect jelly, I don't think it's a good idea because you get a debuff, I believe, depending on your Ideoligion your precept. So you got to check your precept, and how to check that, you click one of your people over here, click over here, and you see insect meat. Where is it? Insect meat, despise. So if you eat insect meat, you're doomed. Insect jelly, I'm not sure if insect jelly, let me see, insect jelly, does it? Good question. Insect jelly, well, you can take a chance if you want to, but insect jelly, I only use insect jelly to make what is it, nutrition paste. This guy over here, I only use it for that, and that's it, you know, or to make kibbles, and that's it. I don't eat that, don't, like, that's my decision, but you can choose to eat it, it's up to you. Also, chocolate, you can check mark it, because chocolate will give you a boost. It's considered as good food, you know, it's quality food, high quality food actually, and you will get a mood buff with that. I uncheck, hey, you uncheck kibbles. If you eat any of those two, some of your colonists, well, I think all of them, you will get a debuff. Pemmican, you will get a buff. No, pemmican is good for traveling, so you are okay with pemmican, all right? All right, so hey, let's continue over here. What else? So that's raw resources. So plant matter, no. So you uncheck that. You don't want any. You don't want to eat hops, psychoid leaves, or smoke leaves. You don't want to eat that. You'll get a. I'm pretty sure you'll get a debuff, but you can try if you want to. Plants over here. Do you want to eat plants? I say no, because unless you're vegetarian, you can allow this. But you know what? Instead of eating plants, because I'm pretty sure you get a debuff for that. Instead of eating plants, all I do is I do vegetarian meal. Where is it? Vegetarian fine meal, vegetarian lavish meal. The only problem with those two is that it costs a lot of nutrition. So you will need a lot of veggies in order to build those things. All right. So that's why if you're a vegetarian, you could check mark this over here, you know, to allow your vegetarian to eat, you know, these things if they find some, like, anywhere on the map. So if they find any any of these plants on the map and they're starving, then yeah, they will eat it. Okay. Where was I again? Okay, so right now I don't need that, because we are meat. My colonists are usually eat meat, or they eat simple meals or fine meals or any kind of meals. But let me see what else. Corpse, you want to uncheck that. Okay, you uncheck corpse. Unless you're a cannibal. The only exception is cannibals. So cannibals, you will allow human corpse. Okay, and you will uncheck. Make sure you uncheck rotten. Allow rotten, because if you check this, your cannibal, even though they're cannibals, if they eat rotten corpse, they will have a debuff. So you want to uncheck that. Okay, so and then there you go. So you can check this over here for cannibals. Now let me be clear. This is for regular meals. So what I'm doing here is for like every day-to-day regular meals for people who are not cannibals, for people who are just whatever. If you are a regular person who just need to eat, this is what I chose. Okay, so I'll show you again: agave, fruit, and berries. Okay, and these are all the meals are accepted. Now this is for regular meal. Now let's say you say, okay, but what about cannibals? What if they're cannibals? What if I don't want cannibals? You know, what if I want to add this to you know, my cannibals to eat corpse? What do I do? Because if I check this, everybody who is assigned to regular meals will eat cannibals. Well, that's very simple. Look, what I did is you go to manage food restriction, you do new food restriction, you call this cannibals. Okay, I'm gonna call it cannibals 2, because I already have a cannibals that I already done. But I just want, for the sake of showing you, I'll show you what I did. So you uncheck this one, food. You will choose carnivore, or you choose everything, because cannibals, it only means that they eat everything, the same thing as regular meals. Okay, except this guy, because you'll get a debuff for these two, raw food, hay, and kibbles. Okay. Oh, I forgot drugs. Beer and ambrosia, you can leave it as it is, but be careful for beer or ambrosia, because if you get an addiction to it, you want to remove it. So if one of your colonists is addicted, you know, has an addiction, I usually remove it. And you're gonna say, why do I remove it if they are addicted? Because I want to remove the, how can I say this? Remove the addiction to 100%, so that they don't get a -35 debuff. You understand? So that's my decision. But you can't, you know, if you want to give them beer because they're addicted, like every single day to get a buff, that's up to you. But that's not the point of this video. So that's I'm not gonna talk about this, but I'm gonna leave it as it is for now. Raw resources, I leave that. Carnivore, that, you know, don't eat that. You're gonna get a debuff. Plants, don't eat that. Carnivores don't eat, like, they don't eat plants. Corpse, you remove animal corpse and you allow human corpse, okay? And okay, so this is unchecked. So this is what's gonna happen. Human corpse. So let's say this girl's a cannibal, okay? Cannibal. Here we go. So what happened is that this person here, she can eat a corpse, like a fresh corpse, human corpse, or she can eat also human meat. And when she does eat one of the two, I'll explain to you. When she eats human corpse, she will get a plus 24 buff, but she will get a minus 12 debuff, I believe. I think it's minus 15 or minus 12. So she get a minus 12 debuff over here for eating corpse, but she get a plus 24 buff for eating because she's a cannibal. Understand? So if you make the math, you're gaining more than you're losing, even if she's eating a corpse. Now you're gonna say, how can she eat humans without getting a debuff? It's simple. When you got a human, first of all, you got to make sure you have a place to put humans over, like, you know, humans corpse. Let me see, like over here. Okay, uncheck allow rotten. So this is like the zone area where I put dead animals, dead animal corpse, and human corpse. Now the reason, like, this was unchecked because you may want to find another spot to put your human corpse, because if you leave a human corpse over here and all your colonists pass by, they're gonna get a debuff because other colonists are not cannibals, so they're gonna get debuff for seeing a corpse. You understand? The only exception are the psychopath. Okay, but if you don't have the psychopath trait, you will get a debuff. You understand? So that's why you don't want to leave your human corpse over here, unless exceptionally, okay, 1 second, unless you bring it over here and you tell your cook to butcher it all right away. So you butcher the human corpse and you get human meats. Then you tell your cannibal, you manually tell your cannibal, go eat the human meat right away. And then she's gonna get a plus 20, I think it's plus 20 or 24 buff, but she will not get a debuff because she's eating the meat. She's not eating the corpse. Do you understand? So that's one thing to consider, okay? But to be in all honesty, but the human corpse, I would make a special place, you know, like a special place where nobody can access that place except psychopath and the cook, of course, the cook who can, you know, butcher it, and the cannibal, and that's it. And the cannibal can just go over there and just eat it. You understand? So I would make a special spot just for them. Okay. Now, back to what I was saying. So this is how, because sometimes you're gonna have an issue where one point your colonists will not eat. You'll be like, why are they starving? You see it says food 0 and they're not eating. Well, that's the thing. You need to double check what have you allowed them to eat. So whatever is green, whatever is check mark, means, like over here, it means that they will eat it. See, they will eat it over here. Understand? They will eat chocolate. They will eat all the meals. They will eat all the meals. They will eat whatever you check mark. Okay. Now, let's say you check mark all that and they still don't eat the meals. Let's say the meals are over here. Okay. Now you gotta check another thing. You're gonna go over here, schedule. Did you put them on a specific zoning area? As you see over here, I have this area called hiding house. If I put my colonist Mickey, if I tell her to go here, see, if I tell her to go here, which is only here, she will not eat the simple meal because she is restricted because of this. So make sure she is unrestricted. So that's the other thing. Otherwise, she will not pick up the food. So those are two reasons why your people are starving. The other reason why they are starving is because they're sick and they cannot move. If they are sick and cannot move, they should be in bed, in hospital bed, and then you should tell somebody who has the doctor skill to actually deliver the food to them. Do you understand? So it is impossible that they don't eat if you assign them properly with the right meal. and if you allow them to actually be, you know, to go wherever they want to. So basically, they should be eating. If they're still not eating, then I'll be honest with you, it's impossible. There's no bug whatsoever that will not allow them to eat unless you actually go over here and you say, you know what, I don't want them to eat any meals. If you do that, they will not eat any meal. If you uncheck everything over here, they will not eat anything. Okay, the other mistake you could do if you make that mistake is to click, let's say, select food restriction, and you check this guy, where is it? Nothing. Boom. If you check nothing, if you got, wait, where is it? If you tell this guy to go to nothing over here, boom. This guy, Tasca, he will eat nothing. You understand? So you don't want to check mark nothing. You want to make sure it's on regular meals. And make sure that everything is check mark in order for them to pick it up. And make sure that they are allowed to go everywhere they want to. Or even home. But whatever zone you allow them to go, you got to make sure that it goes to the... that it allows them to go here. So if you put your meals over here, so let's double check. Home is included. So they should be able to go. Barn, what is it? This is barn. See, barn, they can't. This is where they go. Barn. What is this? Coop. Coop is, where is it? It's wait, what is the coop? What the fuck? Oh, there's the coop. There's the coop. There's the barn. Okay, coop and barn, I put them at the same place. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change that. My bad. Cleaning house. So cleaning house. See, this is what it is. Big animal. So whatever area you pick, you gotta make sure that it includes the place where you put the you know, the meal. The last thing that you check, you got to make sure it's available. So if you do this, like you see, if you don't allow, this is disallow. If you see an X, it means you disallow it, meaning nobody's gonna touch it. Nobody can touch it. Make sure you allow it. You understand? So if you allow it, people will eat it. So this is all there is about food restriction and starvation. The only reason why, I'll be honest with you, if they don't eat it is because you uncheck something over here which unallow them to eat. Okay, make sure also in food for what is it, raw food, vegetarian, make sure you allow agave fruit and berries for them to forage while they travel. If you don't do this, they will not forage, and you know, if you're out of food while you're traveling, they will starve and die. Do you understand, guys? So that's it, guys. If you like this video and if you learned something, please like and subscribe. I want to thank you for watching this vid, and yeah, I'll see you in my next vid. Cheers, I love you all. Mwah, big kiss. Okay, that's enough. Oh my god, what's going on?